just want to say thank you guys, Tyler, for setting this up. This is definitely going to be a huge year for the Natural League. Last year we kicked it off with the Pro-Am in May, the same month. This year it's going to be May 9th at the South Point. Bigger event. It's going to have more athletes, more pro athletes, a lot more international people that we're getting traction for men's physique. A lot of good athletes, elite guys coming through the show. We're going to have NPC division as well. So amateur is going to be huge. And we're just growing the Natural League in Las Vegas. It's blown up because I got another natural show in November, and that's been taken off. So the Pro-Am now, I honestly feel like the Pro-Am is almost like the show to do before the Pittsburgh and the Ben Wieters. It's probably one of the best shows to do. Not because I promote it, but I can just see the value in it. And I just want to say thank you guys for being on the podcast or the live chat right now. And just helping promote the Natural League. Me and Adam have been talking about it for years about doing it, and now we're doing it, and it's just only grown and it's getting bigger and better. So if you guys want to go around and just introduce yourself and what your plans are, that'd be awesome.
Oh, well, I'll go first as I'm the host or one of the hosts.
Yeah.
So,
You're the host. You're the host.
All right, guys. So obviously I'm lifetime Natty, IFBB Pro Tyler James. I've been competing since 2021. Last year I did Austin Karr's Las Vegas Natural Pro-Am. I came in second place behind the champion himself, Torre Washington, aka the first vegan natural Olympian athlete ever to qualify for the Olympia. Congratulations again, sir. So his show was amazing last year. It was ran well. 100% on point. From check-ins to drug testing to everything. I'm just getting right to the show because I'm just so excited to talk about it and get into everything else. But yeah, he's awesome. He's an amazing guy. He's a guy that you will want to look up to. When it comes to bodybuilding, not even bodybuilding, but just, in life in general, because, I can go up to him and ask him questions, without being shy because, to me, he's just, warm-hearted and, he's not, you can call him a friendly giant, just like you call me a friendly giant. Like, you can go up to a person like him that's really, really big and just, have a good conversation with him, man. And overall, he's just an amazing guy, an amazing promoter, and like I said, he did a very, very, very good job promoting his show. Me and Torre was on his flyer when we promoted the show, and thank God we attracted a lot of athletes. And yeah, I'm really excited for this year. Hopefully we have more athletes to compete because I believe last year was the most stacked natural show of the year, his show. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it again this year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Throw that out there, man. Already fired up.
Right?
I feel like we already got kind of warmed up. So.
But just let folks know you're IFBB Pro. You turned pro natural. Your whole career's been natural, and you did the Ben Wieters. Did you do the Ben Wieters?
I just did Ben Wieters 2 years ago. I placed fifth. Got first call-outs, placed fifth. And unfortunately, I didn't get to do it last year because some personal stuff happened. So I was only able to do 2 shows, which is your show and the LA Grand Prix Muscle Contest show. So this year, no bailing out, doing all the shows that I'm going to do, and we're going to go from there and attack.
What's your first show that you have on the calendar?
So my first show will be the Emerald Cup, April 24th. My birthday is April 17th, so I figured, since it's close to my birthday, and because I heard it's a well-known good show too, I thought that I'll do it this year. And I know a lot of people did it last year too, so that'll be, I guess you can say, as people call it, the warm-up show. To me, it's not a warm-up show. It's just like any other show, just going there just to have a dogfight and, just present yourself, present your physique to the best of your ability. And after that, I'm going to your show May 9th. May 9th, correct?
Yeah,
May 9th. Las Vegas Pro-Am. And then my plans after that, to do the Ben Wieter. Top 2 qualifies for the Ben Wieter. If you do a natural pro show, which is really nice, we're going to go into that later. And after that, I plan to end my 2026 season during the Southern Naturals not Las Vegas, Georgia show in Georgia. So
nice.
yeah, supposed I did that show last year because one of my main sponsors is based off of Georgia, and they're actually having their booth at that show. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it. So this year's the plan to do that show, and they're gonna have their booth there again. So that's gonna be really exciting. So yeah, that's pretty much my plan for this whole season. I want to do all natural shows this season because I want to do something different. Last year I did open shows, natural shows, and obviously before we had natural shows, I did open shows. So this year I want to do something different and just have fun with it, man. Just go from there, pretty much.
Yeah, that's a good plan. I mean,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I saw a couple updates, and I think you could do both. But hey, do what you want to do. But I think you've gotten a lot bigger, and your back's gotten a lot better. So whatever show you do, I know you're going to kill it.
Yeah, thank you. I do have some other plans too. You know, after the show, I won't say too much about it, but I do have some other plans after that too. So going into the beginning of next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
We got the champ on channel 2, or you want? Oh, my bad. I'll let you talk.
Oh, was it me talk?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even. You know what? I never got to meet you, so I'm interested. Yeah,
no, of course.
Who you are.
First of all, I appreciate you having us here on the podcast with you guys. I myself too am a natural bodybuilder, not on the level of these two guys yet, but the IFBB Pro card is in the works. I've been bodybuilding for 2 years now, and I never thought I would fall in love with bodybuilding as much as I have already. Not just bodybuilding, but specifically natural bodybuilding and the natural men's physique division. Obviously now with my social media, I've started talking about natural men's physique, and the overall goal is to just grow the sport, grow the division in general, because open bodybuilding obviously has a lot more eyes on them, but why can't the natural division have that as well, right? So the goal is to go the natural division, give these athletes like Tyler and Torre the spotlight as well. And Munene and I actually started our podcast, the Natty Physique Pod, so we're excited about that. It's been going well so far, and again, it's been able to give athletes like these two here an outlet to kind of talk and go over their journeys and let the other athletes, the fans of the sport, get to know them and just make the sport more exciting in general. So yeah.
Love that, man. Love that. Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and introduce myself, everyone. My name is Munene, so if you're probably reading my last name, it looks like a bit of a tongue twister. You're like, how the hell do I pronounce that? Where is this guy from? I'm Kenyan originally, but moved to Canada back in 2018. And just like Luke, my first year competing was in 2024, where I just decided I've always been following bodybuilding as a whole since I was like 17. I just had a curiosity about the sport outside of just regular fitness, and I guess 2024 was the year I decided to actually step on stage for the first time and, you know, see what that journey entailed. And it's probably one of the most transformative things or processes I've ever committed to. It changed my life in so many ways, not just physically, but as we also know, emotionally, mentally. Just that bled over into my work, into my relationships, just the values it instilled in me. And I have a huge passion for it, especially for the natural scene as well, because I believe that men's physique in and of itself is natural bodybuilding in and of itself is very niche. Then you narrow that down to a specific division, men's physique, even more niche. And then you narrow that down even more to natural men's physique, super niche. So I think it's just a pleasure to be here. I'm so very grateful for this opportunity as well. So thank you for having us. And Luke and I actually met at one of the shows we competed at against each other in the overall, and it was an absolute battle. And then we met each other again the year later, and Luke just tells me backstage, he's like, do you want to start a podcast? I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And then a week later, we started planning and brainstorming, and here we are. So, yep, just like Luke, IFBB Pro card is in the works. Still gonna try and go for it this year again to be on the same level as all of you incredible athletes. So it's really amazing to see what you've accomplished, and you've definitely set the standard for the Natties moving forward. So huge inspiration, and thanks for having us. We appreciate it a ton.
I guess I'll go next. Torre Washington. IFBB Pro Men's Physique. Been competing since 2009. And I got my pro card as an IFBB in 2018, 17, 18. And I remember doing the show, the Ben Wieters in 2023 I didn't realize I did it with Tyler until I looked back at photos and I was like, oh snap. I didn't realize he did it with me. But so this year, I know last time we talked, guys, I kind of told you what I was thinking of doing, but I think this year I'm gonna sit it out until Olympia. I'm gonna just come at the Olympia hard all the way, go strong, go hard, and then do Ben Wieters after. But I still think I want to go out to Vegas and watch Tyler kill it and watch those guys compete. So I might still come down there, Austin, just to be like a representative, just to come check it out. Because at first I was thinking of go down there and defend the title. But I figured, I'm about to go up against the big boys. I need to come fully refreshed and as shredded and full as I can for Olympia. So that's what I'll be doing this year.
Man, that's actually crazy that you mentioned that, because I was actually thinking maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be this year, but maybe next year or maybe this year, Austin. Maybe after show, how some other shows they do like posing seminars, something like that.
Absolutely.
I was thinking something like that.
I mean, Torre, you're welcome to come to the show. You got VIP. I'll put you on. I mean, you're gonna be giving that overall trophy to the.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'll definitely come down for that. Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely gonna be in all the photos. So
I'll come out. Hell yeah.
You got VIP access. That's all.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
I love the show. It was an amazing show, man, and I appreciate everything that that was done at that show. It was, like I said, I think when I came to that show, the only person I was concerned with was Tyler. I was like, all right, here comes this guy.
I will say you guys brought a battle, and
that was a battle. That was a battle.
That was
very fun. Very good.
Can I ask one question while you're on the topic of shows? What do you think you need to bring in your physique for this year's show for the Olympia to really stand out and be in that first top 10 call out? Because I know there's guys that usually in the men's. I know your physique because I've seen you on stage and I know how you look. I think you got everything there is, but what are you looking for, especially this year, to take the year off? What are you going to focus on?
So I think what I'm going to focus on mostly, because one thing for me, getting lean is really not a problem. Because the last time when I talked to any of the judges, I think it was even at your show, the one thing I said, if anything, you work on your lower lats, right? The lower lat insertion area. And so that's what I'm going to continue to work on. And also I want to make sure that I really have a much smoother flowing posing routine and attempt to bring in a little bit more fullness, because like I said, I can get lean, and the Ben Wieters, that was probably the most shredded and biggest I've ever been. But I was missing a bit of the fullness only because of the way we did it, because we wanted to come in super conditioned. So I think I'm going to work on really just bringing as much fullness as I can without losing my conditioning, and really perfecting my posing and perfecting my back pose with my lower lats, so that therefore I can be as complete as possible, because I'm not going to be the biggest guy, And I was at this posing seminar this past weekend in Virginia, and Ben Quill was there, and we were talking, and Ben Quill kind of pointed out that Torre is the smallest guy on stage, but he knows how to present himself. So knowing that I most definitely will be the smallest guy on stage again, just making sure that I bring what the judges, Tyler and all of them, have told me to do. And so as long as I can do that, I feel like Tyler likes my physique a lot. And so as long as I can come in better than I did at Ben Wieters, I feel like he'll give me a look, so.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say,
you're used to,
from what the judge told me last year. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. I think my thing cut out.
You're used to competing a lot, like over and over again. without long off season. So would now till the Olympia, now that you're taking this time off, you're not doing any other shows, would this be the longest off season that you've had in a while?
Yeah.
You're coming in fresh then.
Because, you know, like we talked about it, I did 7 shows last year and I still was able to bring my best physique at the 7th show.
Yeah.
Damn.
Crazy.
Awesome. Oh, yeah.
7 shows.
I know that's very impressive, man. So looking forward to it. Damn. What about you, Mr. Adam?
Yeah, so I'm a contest prep coach. I used to compete. My last show was in 2013. The entry of men's physique started coming about. All my other shows, seasons prior, I was backstage with just bodybuilders. So, but I fell in love with the sport. I fell in love with working with my athletes more than myself. And I absolutely love coaching. I love coaching all divisions. I love coaching natural. I love coaching untested as well. But I'm very passionate. Kind of like what Luke said, I'd love to get more eyes on the sport. I think that kind of comes down to, like, you know, treating these guys like superstars, you know, Torre and Tyler, you know, having you guys that are great pros, but also being active in our natural community like you guys are. That's really important because, you know, when you go to the high roller and see like Mark Anthony, it's exciting, you know, so like people should be excited to see you guys. And I think it just comes down to like just respecting each other, you know, because there's unfortunately the division in natural bodybuilding has happened. I think the NPC is really going to kind of bulldoze everything over, but people will be more open to change if we just all respect each other. So even if it's like, you know, a federation that you've never heard of and they got a pro card, it's still a pretty cool accolade, and hopefully they'll come over and hopefully we'll see a lot of these bodies come into the NPC. I think we're seeing it. That Ben Weeder it was such an honor to have my guy get a pro card out of those classes, because not only was a class win like edge of my seat, for him to get top 2 in the overall, I about fell out of my chair. Like, the competition at that show was so stiff. So Deontay ended up winning Austin's Natural City Lights. We did classic physique and men's physique. He won both overalls, but we knew he would do just men's physique. But the level of competition at this Ben Weeder was the stiffest I've ever seen. I think the Pittsburgh Power Fest, I think it's going to be very insane. So this is only going to get bigger, and I have the same dreams as you guys. Let's get just as many eyes on this as we can for the Open. And that means the Open guys respect us and we respect the Open guys, you know, and we all work together. And, you know, let's make all of this, you know, niche bodybuilding world loved and watched by everyone.
Love that.
Yeah.
I agree. It's cool to see because everyone here has, like, you know, their own unique story and passion for it, and it's growing a lot. Like, I think Luke and I even talked about this in general, but what's your guys, all of your opinion? I feel like bodybuilding, not that it's become mainstream, that's not the case by any means, but I feel like more people now who otherwise would not have known bodybuilding know more of it. Like, let's say Mary in the grocery store, Mary down the street will be like, oh, the Olympia, yeah, I know what that is. And it's like, really? He's like, oh yeah, it's like we're a bodybuilding show. But even though they've never like followed it or competed in it, it just shows that the exposure has, you know, reached more people. And I guess part of that is due to social media. I don't know if that's a similar thing you believe as well, all of you. What's your take on that?
Yeah, it's not just the athletes anymore, because it used to just be the athletes, right, that really talked to a bodybuilder and even knew any bodybuilder's name. But now that's not the case, because now we have, I think it is the whole social media thing. It gives the athletes an outlet to get out there and get themselves in front of an audience that aren't just other athletes, just more mainstream gym goers and not even gym goers, but anyone that's into fitness in general, they now know bodybuilders' names, especially big ones like Chris Bumstead. Everybody knows the name Chris Bumstead. It must be a social media thing, but I'm curious to know what you guys think too.
Yeah, I see that with the social media giving a much more of a boost. I don't know if you guys know Marshall. He's a natural competitor. He's been competing for a long time in a lot of the other national organizations. I forgot his other part of his name, but Marshall. He's like he's in his 60s now.
Oh,
He's men's physique.
No, he did bodybuilding.
okay.
But
Okay.
what I was gonna say is I saw him this past weekend. He's in the DMV area, and now he mentioned to me. He said, "Man, you are inspiring people." He said, "Man, now I'm thinking of stepping over into, maybe doing this Ben Weeder show and all of this." So it's like bringing people that stopped competing back out to say, "Hey, I think I need to get back out there now." They're seeing that what's possible. So I feel like social media has done that with helping it reach a lot of different people, not just athletes.
Yeah, I agree as well because you have other big time bodybuilders, such as Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger obviously used to be the governor, and he's the type of person that's all over social media as well. He gives back. I mean, if you go to Venice Beach in California, you'll see him riding his bike. He's a very, very friendly person. And he talks about life and like he's just a motivator and he inspires people to stay healthy, to stay fit. One of the biggest reasons that he rides his bike a lot is because he wants to, motivate people and inspire people to stay healthy and to stay active, A lot of times people are in their house playing video games, sitting around eating junk food and stuff like that when they should be, doing something active outside or, even in the gym. And, he's, and just because of his physique too, because if you go on YouTube, you see his physique, his physique is just incredible, the way he poses and, he used to do ballerina, so, I helped him a lot too. And, a lot of people look up to him. And now, you can go on Instagram and a lot of times now you see people doing his famous, his famous pose, his Arnold Classic pose. And, so even someone like Ronnie Coleman too, he gives back too, he has his own supplement company. People have a lot of questions about supplements. He advertises a lot. And at his age, even though he's on a cane, in a wheelchair, he's still working out, inspiring other people. He's at Venice Beach too sometimes. Like, he's everywhere too, inspiring people and just being open to people. And, even people who aren't into bodybuilding or don't know anything about bodybuilding, like, people are starting to, like, know more about it because, the word passes around. And, like I said, obviously social media too as well. So, yeah.
Well, I think that bodybuilding has evolved into, I would just say lately it's just been out of control for the open side as far as the enhanced side. And Adam knows, I think the guys, it's gotten so bad now where, I've had multiple friends of mine pass away recently just from over, the drug usage. And if I was to go back and do my career over, and I would honestly really try to go the natural route. And I would try to done classic physique because back then we didn't have classic physique. But I think that bodybuilding now has become so trendy on Instagram and people talking about their steroid usage. And now you're seeing though how bad and toxic, it can be for people abusing the stuff that they're taking. I just feel like the natural route it's kind of like a fresher breath air where guys look healthy, the families are involved, it's a healthy atmosphere, people have good blood work, they're relying on their training and their diet to do most of their their success and get better in the shows. They're not relying on just the drug aspect. And I just think that over time that the natural league's going to eventually be on ESPN and hopefully be a really globalized sport in addition to our sport, because I think it's just healthier. You can do it longer. The amount of time that you can compete on stage is twice as long, and you don't get side effects like from taking all this stuff. And I'm just being open and free about it because I promote both sides of it. I have pro classic physique in the enhanced side, and I love it. I love those guys, and and I support it, but I also support the natural league because I have I don't know, it just because I started in Vegas, I have a real close heart and mind to it, and I love meeting the competitors and the athletes and talking to them about, you know, what are your options, and if you want to go down that road, I would just take your time, but I would try to stay natural as you can, as long as you can, and look at these physiques though that we're bringing to the table with Tyler, Torre. You know, I've seen some Chinese guy that was on Instagram the other day with a tiny waist. It's just insane, you know? And I think even with classic physique, you can be natural and have amazing lines and look almost like a pro physique. So I think it's possible. I think guys just don't want to put in the time and the effort. And that's just one thing that I congratulate you guys on, is that you guys, you put in the time and the effort that it takes to do it, and you don't have to speed rush it, and you take your time. And I think that's harder to do than to just jump on steroids and just start eating and taking and going to the gym, you know, and speeding up the process. They're not, you know, I feel like they just want it now, and they want it Instagram attention right away. Mm-hmm. So, but, you know, and that I'm just being devil's advocate of both sides of the sport, of being natural and also being enhanced, because I do believe, you know, the enhanced guys work their ass off too. But if you can do it natural and you have the physique and the genetics like Torre and Tyler, and there's millions of guys out there, they just don't know what's possible. I think they don't understand you can do this natural and look just as good. It's just going to take longer. And I don't know if you agree on that, Torre, because you've been doing this for what, 25 years now?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Talk about veteran.
Yeah, and you know, and then also I was interested and just want to talk about it briefly too, Torre. Explain to people you're vegan as well.
Yes, sir.
And how do you do like your macros? Like, what are the things that you do with being a vegan that, you know, because you're not eating meat, so you can obviously stay anabolic with just eating your greens and all that stuff. So what, like, incorporate, like, what do you do for your regimen? Like, how do you do it?
Well, I mean, for me, you know, I think one thing I talk about a lot to people is, I think most people they overthink it and they complicate it, because it's quite simple. You know, it's just nutrition, right? So you said macros, and I follow macros. So basically it's just my protein, my fats, and my carbohydrates. Now, mind you, a lot of vegan food does contain carbohydrates as well, but I never have a point where my carbohydrates go lower than maybe 50 to 100 grams. So I'm pretty much able to get what I need to, regardless of the amount of carbohydrates in a said food. So I typically stick to foods that people know of, I'm sure of, is the tofus and the seitan and all the greens. Every single green out there, I eat it. Every single fruit out there, I eat it. And so I just basically make sure that whatever I'm utilizing as my source of nutrition, it meets the caloric or the macronutrient intake that I need for the day. And it's really quite simple. You know, like I said, it's just understanding that it's not animal flesh, but it's still protein, it's still fats, and it's still carbohydrates. And it's just being able to do it like that without I think the misconception that really is pushed into society is that it's not the same as animal flesh. And that's such a misconception, because that's kind of why I do what I do, to kind of make sure people can see that it's not true. You know, it can be done if you truly want to do it. And that's the thing about it, is whatever you want to do in life that you really want to do, you'll find a way. And if you don't want to really do it, you'll find an excuse. And so that's how it worked for me. And I've been doing it, like I said, I was raised vegetarian, and I've been vegan since 1998, so close to 30 years, you know, give or take. So
Torre, do you supplement with any amino acids, or do you believe that you can get all the amino acids in your vegan diet?
You know, I hadn't taken amino acids since I started competing, right? And I remember when someone was like, "You haven't? You look like that? Like, imagine if you did." So I did for a little while, but I didn't notice any difference, you know. every now and then if you're, now, of course, all the protein shakes contain amino acids. So when I do take protein, a protein powder or protein shake, there's amino acids in there, but I'm able to do it because my understanding is that the body doesn't necessarily need it all at one time. It knows how to hold on to this set amount, and then once you get the next amount, it puts it all together. And I've been doing this like that since the beginning of my career. And the only supplementation I do, like I mentioned, is creatine and protein powder. Every now and then I take, some type of turmeric or something like that. And I do now use just because I feel like maybe I need to, I do an herbal, like hormone optimizer, to kind of level out cortisol and things of that nature. Because I just feel like, okay, being 51, maybe I might need to do it. So do I think it helped? I don't know. Because I'm doing well before it, and I just kind of keep it in there just in case, But that's about it. I'm not really big on supplementation because I look at supplementation as not a necessity, it's a supplement, and I like to eat food versus all the supplementation. So yeah.
I love hearing that your approach isn't complicated, because I think sometimes complication gives people the excuse to not do it. Like,
yes.
Oh, I didn't hit my meal at 3 o'clock, so my meal timing's off, so I may as well blow my macros. Or, I didn't hit 10,000 steps today, I'm going to be fat. Like people can now make so many excuses, and now it's like women with hormones, like, oh, I can't go below 1200 because my hormones will be messed up. Well, like, right. and then I can't lose weight. Well, trust me, the people who crashed in Antarctica on a plane, like, they were stressed and their hormones were messed up and they lost weight. Like,
that's true.
You just have to major in the majors in this, and you might be able to take advantage of a few minors that might get you just like a little bit better result. But like, when you're majoring in the majors, you can definitely get there. I saw Jen Dory, her Olympia season, work out at my gym a couple times and stand around and talk for an hour and not have a post-workout meal. I mean, she's going catabolic, but she's still won the Olympia, It wasn't a big deal. And yeah, you guys work hard. You major in the majors, your training, your nutrition, your prescribed cardios, and it came out. Like, I was blown away when I saw you at the Ben Weider, by the way, because I you looked great. You and Tyler both looked great at Austin's show. That was a hell of a battle, but the difference from that show to your 7th show of the year was absolutely insane.
Bro, it's crazy, Adam, because I looked at the pictures from May, I'm like, damn, I thought I looked good there, but Ben Weider was like by far better than that.
Can you talk about what that prep was like? Because I'm gonna imagine you've competed a long time, so this is something that I find very variable with my athletes. Sometimes you look your best and it was the most grueling prep ever, but sometimes just the longevity of what you've been putting in over these 25 some years you've been doing it, you may surprise us all and say it was actually the easiest.
It kind of was, because prior to Ben Weider's, I jumped into the Atlantic Coast, in the open show. I just said, let's just do this for fun. And I went into that one, the other guys know, depleted. Like, I was on my deplete phase. I was drinking 2 gallons of water at about 80 grams of carbs, high in fats, and my protein was about 190. And I did that the day of the show and the day after and all the way through. And I remember I talked to Tyler after, and I said, Tyler, what should I bring? How should I go for the Ben Weider's? He was like, bring this package. And so what that made me realize is what we did for that show was I had higher fats, lower carbs. So we just kind of did that same thing. We went into Ben Weider's, like, I got there, I think Wednesday or Tuesday, and we had high carb. And now funny part is I like overdid it. I like ate a lot. I was like, I think I ate too much. And it was Wednesday. So Thursday, I kind of pulled back a little, but it wasn't enough. And then when I pulled back on Friday, and I remember I woke up Friday morning, I was like, bet, here we go. Now we're there. And my carbs are low. So we typically carb load all the way up and slow it down on Saturday. But we did it differently, and we just followed the deplete phase, and they liked that look. And so, but I noticed it was a look I had never seen on my body before. Like, I was shredded everywhere, but I still had some fullness. But I probably could have been a little fuller, but it worked. And it was, like I said, it was easy. It wasn't like it was a grueling thing, because as I told you, I ate too much, and because I was just eating, and figured that my body would just make up for it. But we had to pull back a little bit. But it wasn't grueling, because I was doing a lot of travel too. I think I went to like 4 countries during that year. I went to France. I was all over the place, and plus it was after my mom's passing, so a lot had gone on during that time, that whole year. So it turned out to be really one of the best years for me, because now I'm getting to go somewhere where I never thought I would actually go to, because being natural and being vegan. And then I remember in 24, I actually thought about throwing in the towel, like, man, Masters Olympia don't want me, so I guess it's time for me to put it down. And then I think I knew I really wasn't going to do that. So, because I love competing, and I said, I'm going to just go ahead and continue. And lo and behold, Olympia. And here we are.
Dude, that's amazing. That's a good thing to like kind of consider. These are a big deal to these athletes, to make these these things. Some people think about just the pro card and just stopping there, but then it's like, Masters Olympia, the Olympia, and to hear you were heartbroken to not make it in. I just wish there were more opportunities. We do need to make some things closed off. Like, obviously not everyone can make it in, but I do even think I'm really excited to see the Masters category start growing, because we just started this natural thing, or the NPC IFBB did, but now we need more natural Masters classes now, right? Because we're seeing those are a little bit thin. It's kind of hard for promoters to really be able to like target that group, and we're seeing it on the West Coast. I have coached a Masters World Pro Champion 3 times, and it's just impossible for her to find a Masters 60 and up on the West Coast right now, so she always has to go on the East Coast. So I'm excited to see the expansion for the Masters within the natural as well. And you would just never even guess you're in your 50s.
Yeah. Bro, let me tell you, man, sometimes I wonder if my birth certificate is correct, because I'm like, well, I don't even feel like it.
In his 50s and still improving every single year.
Yeah, that's
crazy. It's amazing.
Status quo, man.
Well, and to Austin's point, one thing that I'll always suggest with natural bodybuilding for my clients is, I think I see it with a lot of my friends who competed at the level Austin, and some of my friends and clients like Craig Goliath. There is a certain worry that travels with you after a while. Like, did I screw something up? I put this supercharger in my car. When's my transmission gonna go out? And it's sad, because we're seeing, you never really know, but sometimes because it's like happening a lot, that maybe it is that. And I don't want to make the assumption, but even though we get blood work and all this stuff done with enhanced athletes, once you put that supercharger in, you're probably damaging some stuff behind it, regardless of how healthy you're staying. The biggest thing to take us down is body size, so whether it's muscle or not, size is like one of the biggest predetermining factors for, death. And I think that's what's great about natural bodybuilding. Your body typically doesn't want to do anything that it's not supposed to do for longevity, typically. So, Torre, you're probably one of the biggest advocates for health I know, especially there's a lot of research for vegan dieting being extremely healthy, and even I believe lengthening the telomere cells of the body, which is great for longevity. So I'm excited to see how long you can keep going.
Me too, man. I enjoy it, and I enjoy the opportunity to improve. And whenever I think I see that I'm not improving, maybe then I'll stop. But it's crazy to look back and see how much I have improved. Like, wow, like I've gotten better,
Yeah.
And even when I'm training with my my training coach, he's always like, bro, I train guys who are enhanced, and you're stronger than some of them in certain things. And it's just like, wow, because every day I feel so strong, and the weight I'm pushing, I'm like, what's going on here? And he's like, I don't understand. How are you doing this? He's like, I got on there and I couldn't do it. And he's a little older than me, but he took gear in his past, and he said he wished he never did it, because now he feels it, he sees it, but when he sees me, he's like, man, you really have changed the game with that. So
yeah. Have you gotten a lot of support with the qualification? Have you had many fake Natty comments or anything like that? Yeah, I figured maybe you got a lot. I mean, we all get used to that. I'm still waiting to get accused of not being Natty, but it's just never happened.
And I think it's interesting when people see me in person and say it. I'm like, really? Damn. I appreciate that.
I'm sure both you and Tyler get that a ton.
Oh, I know, and especially Tyler. I also said, I saw that post the other day. I was like, damn, Tyler, that back is looking huge. I'm glad I'm not doing Vegas.
By far, Tyler has the the roundest delts and the bicep. This whole area up in here, it just looks freaky, man. I didn't think he was. I honestly was questioning it. I was like, I don't think he's natural. But
is he going to pass the test? I don't think so.
Jeez.
Tyler chose the right parents. He knew before he came out. He was like, yeah, I'm going to choose the right parents so that I have the best.
It's actually crazy because I'm pretty sure you guys know this, but I grew up playing basketball. I played basketball since I was about 5. Started football in college, and then after I got done playing football, I was actually influenced by one of my former college football teammates. And they told me, you should get into bodybuilding, man. You're tall, you have great genetics, man, and I think you should give it a try. So one day when I got home from playing college football, I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, maybe I can use this God-gifted physique and try something new. Maybe try to go pro, because I wanted to go to the NBA. Didn't happen. I wanted to go to the NFL. It didn't happen. I wanted to turn pro something, and then I didn't know I was going to even turn pro in bodybuilding. I got my pro card to my second ever show. I came in first, my first ever show, and then I got my pro card, my second ever show at the USA's, got top 2. I got second place. And my pro debut at the Tournament of Champions in San Diego. Most contests was about 8 competitors. I came in 5th. Next to top 2, Buhan and Jumanji, 2 Olympians. And I was pretty satisfied and amazed that I placed 5th, with 2 in front of, few spots in front of the Olympians. And I was like, man, I think I got what it takes. So I just stayed motivated. I just kept driving, man, kept working hard, and then I just stuck with it, and here I am today.
Man,
awesome, dude.
I don't think you realize that's so. First ever show, what? Second show?
Yeah. They were all open shows, obviously, too. This was like 2021, 22, so these are all open shows, by the way. So nobody was pretty much natural.
That's so. I don't think you realize how impressive that is, man.
That is.
You win your first ever show, and then the second show, pro card. It's like, what? That's awesome, man. I'm here on my 7th show later. I'm still trying.
Yeah, so I did about maybe. So I know you guys asked since last time. I think I did about 6 shows, maybe 6 shows in my career so far. I haven't
that's
did too
it?
many, but I'm looking to do
What?
more now. Yeah, I haven't did too many shows at all. Maybe 2 a year, but now
He's spending all of his time growing, putting on muscle. That's why.
Yeah,
Facts, dude.
unintentionally. But now we're gonna start. Things are kicking into gear now, so now we're gonna start. Making some more noises. I'm planning on doing the open show probably next. But actually, my coach, he wanted me to do the Legions in Las Vegas because he said he knows the promoter there too. So I'm not too sure what the plan's gonna be with that. Maybe this year, maybe next year for sure. But we'll see. But whatever show I do, I will be ready, and I'm really, really excited.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
I'm curious, Austin, how long have you been promoting the Las Vegas Natural Show?
We started it. So Tyler called me in 2022 at the end of the year and asked, "Hey, do you want to promote a natural show?" And I said, I've never done one before. I said, yeah, I'd love the opportunity to do it. And then once my wife, we kind of were like planning to get another show, and I wasn't even planning to get a natural show. And once he said natural, I was like, you know what? I'm going to love doing this. And then once we got the show, we were like, you know what? We live in Vegas. Let's call it the City of Lights. And so we called it the NPC Natural City of Lights. And it's funny because I was at Elevation at the time, now it's Strength Culture, and I ran into Adam, and I was like, he had just moved into town, and I was like, hey, I'm promoting this natural show. I know you're from Ohio and you know Dave Lieberman. And he was like, dude, I have so many natural athletes. And then from there it was like, oh, I'm gonna love promoting the natural league. And from there, so I started it in 2023, and it's been we just had our 3rd year this year at the Lexus Park, and it was a major success. I think 2 guys went pro out of the show at the Ben Weeders that did our show. And we just get so many like talents from across the states and the show in Vegas. So it's growing at a rapid rate, and I'm so blessed to have the natural like shows, because I at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical because I was like, I'm a pro bodybuilder. I've done nothing but pro stuff, like with the open and hand side. So I was like, I really don't want the natural people side of guys to judge me and be like, well, he's just a guy on steroids. What does he know about natural? But I had trained my whole life up until I was 27 naturally, and I was already at 240 pounds at 5'8". So I'd already trained hard to know how to build muscle. So I didn't even really know about any of that stuff, but I fell in love with the natural league. And if anybody knows me in Vegas, I'm super passionate about promoting bodybuilding shows. It's what I do. I love it. I was born into the promoting side. My dad was a promoter. I was a little kid running backstage, at all his shows, smelling the Protan back then in those days. I knew I was going to be involved with the sport one way or another. And when he passed away in 2017, that's when I said, you know what? My dad always wanted me to be on that Olympia stage. I'm gonna go for it, and that was his dream. So I literally had dropped everything I was doing, and I started competing, and then boom, I turned pro. And then I go, you know what? I'm gonna be the best pro in the world, and I'm gonna promote his show because I want to have that traction to build his show. And then it just blew up from there. I just started promoting, competing, and got into the life of bodybuilding, and I never looked back. I love the sport. I love giving back to the athletes. Like meeting Torre, Tyler, all these guys, man. It's a blessing. It's a small community. We take care of each other, but it's such a refreshing feeling to be around people that, want to give back and help the community. And I just think, promoting is my calling, pretty much. So, in a nutshell.
Nice.
Yeah, and Adam's been my guy since he's been moved out here. We instantly clicked, and we have the same passion he helps us. He's on the other side of coaching, and he talks to me about his clients, and I can see the passion that he cares about his clients. It's so refreshing to be around people that care. And I kind of got into the bodybuilding scene when we were coaches that really didn't care about your health. And he truly cares about his athletes, doing the lab work and doing all these things. and we talk and bounce ideas off each other's all the time about, hey, what do you think would make the show better? Like, what do you think an athlete would like? And I truly care what people critique about the show. So we try to make it better every year. So it's been a good relationship with everybody in Vegas.
Yeah, Austin really knows like all of the athletes really well, which is pretty unique as a promoter, because sometimes you're just a number. But
yeah,
you know, Austin's kind of like the Jay Cutler of promoting out here. Like, he's kind of a superstar everywhere he goes, because he really takes the time to get to know everybody. Like even GC, who is all the way from Florida, like, you guys have a really great relationship, you know, post show. And I'm sure you're that way with a lot of people. And I know Austin's busy, but sometimes we chat and we just pick back up where we left off. You know, it's almost like no time passed, even though it might be, you know, a month or two since I chatted with him. But, you know, you've got a lot of people that you keep in touch with for sure.
Yeah, and we have such a good culture out in Las Vegas with the gyms out here. It's insane, you guys. Like Torre or Tyler and my guys from Canada, if you ever come out here, hit us up, because we have literally any gym that you want, piece of equipment, what other kind of style you want, a gym you want to hit, we have connections. So I invite you guys to come out here. We can definitely show you around the town and get you hooked up with some good gym sessions out here, because we're the mecca. I really do. I think we're the mecca of bodybuilding for the United States side of things.
I was out there for some reason. I forgot. I ran into I went to strength coaches, not even remembering. I was there and I ran in the front.
Ran? Was it
yeah, and I was like, oh snap. I don't know. I don't even remember what I was there for, but I worked out at the gym a couple times while I was there.
Did you choose strength culture as your gym when you were here most? Were you at strength culture most when you were out here?
Yeah, because I like when I went out there for the show, yes, and then I went out there another time last year in 25. Like right after, I forgot what I was there. It was a whole nother reason I was out there in Vegas, and I had to, and I went over to the show. Maybe it was during Olympia.
Had to be into you, I think, too. Yeah, I think that weekend. Yeah.
And so I went by there.
Culture's great. That's the gym I train out of. But you know, Mike from Colt's amazing. Like, he's let me in. The people from New Tech are great. Like, it's just everyone's so generous out here. It's really amazing.
Yeah, Keon, he still trains there too, right?
Yeah, he's a New Tech athlete now, I believe, but he was at Strength Culture prior. But you know, a lot of the specialized, like really specialized equipment is out at New Tech, but Strength still has some really great stuff. It's just, I think it also kind of comes down, once you're out here and there's so many great gyms, I think it just really is where it's most convenient for you to go. Wouldn't you say, Austin?
Yeah, most guys will go literally no more than 15 miles from their house. And if you live in that 15-mile radius, you can literally, if you're in the Southwest, you can hit Dragon's Lair, Torture, Strength Culture, or New Tech within that radius. So you have so many gyms to hit. It's insane. Like
I went to New Tech. New Tech is huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Massive.
Yeah, I went there because that's why I actually got into a conversation with Sam Sulik while I was there. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, is anybody going to be going to the Arnold?
So I was thinking about it. I actually have another event that I might go to in LA. So I usually go to the Arnold because I enjoy it. It's really nice it's a great show to attend. And I'm one of my cousins was actually hitting me up and she said, are you coming? Because I went last year and I went the year before. And every time I've gone, it's such a great opportunity to meet people and hang out. And there's so many bodybuilders because everybody works out at the same gym. And you know, there's snowing. Most of the time it snows. But it's just like it's really a fun time. So if you've never been, I would say go. Definitely check it out.
Mm-hmm. I was there last year too. The experience was unreal. Like the expo, everything.
Yeah.
Not to mention last year's lineup was insane, and this year too.
That's why I went. So that's funny. We were both there because I went. I gotta see this.
What a show. Yeah. If you haven't been, like, I highly recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I gotta ask, who do you guys have winning for the men's physique for the Arnold class?
Beheading.
Yeah, that's easy.
Brandon.
Who's all doing it?
I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to know who's gonna win it.
Between
Andre
him,
Dayu, Ben Quill, Vitor Chavez,
E-Man.
E-Man.
What's his name? I'm so bad with the other names. Consiglio?
Yeah, based on that, I would say probably Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even though I worked out with Ben. I worked out with Ben this weekend.
Oh yeah?
It's a different thing when
Yeah.
enhanced guys, man, they be pushing it. I was like,
I can only imagine
bro,
he's
like,
locked in right
what are
now,
you doing?
He must be so dialed.
Yeah.
Man.
So he's getting ready to do Tokyo.
Yeah, he's doing like 4 or 5 shows.
Yeah, he's doing Tokyo. Then he's gonna do the Arnold. Now he wasn't as dialed as I thought he was gonna be in, but he looked good. He looks good, and I was like, he's still training heavy though, man. He was like, "Come on, man, you about to go to the Olympia, Torre?" I was like, "Yeah, I know."
Does that get you excited though, Torre? That these are the guys that you're gonna go against. That these are your fellow. You're in the big leagues now, Torre.
I know.
Yeah.
You gotta step it up.
yeah. No, honestly, and it was because I was like, he's right. Yep, you're right. Because I know I'm gonna come in looking amazing. Because I don't do that. I like to get on stage, especially when I know. And then it's interesting. My friends were like, "You gotta go to Olympia like you're gonna win. Don't go there just because you're natural and everything." It's like, nah, come with that same attitude you had for Ben Wieters and the Vegas show. Because sometimes, that part of me is like, well, I'm going to be the only natural guy there, but I still got to go with that mindset of I go to win, And so, yeah, it was motivating to train with him because I don't think the only other person I've trained with in the men's physique division is Deke Walker. But that's because we live here together in the same state, the same city, and we went to Colombia together and competed together, and that's where he first won his show to go to Olympia last year. And so, but that was my first time training with someone else within the division, and it was pretty cool, because he was like, and it's funny because I was actually thinking, I wonder if Ben wants to work out, and then he said, "Torre, you want to work out?" I was like, "Oh yeah." He was like, "Yeah, let's go." So we did chest, and it was like, my chest still hurts right now. That was Saturday.
Damn. Yeah, the volumes that they can tolerate. The
heavy. No,
guys?
he made it heavy, and I'm used to volume heavy, but not like that. I was like, damn, son, what's going on?
So, but what, like 315 incline?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Well, not
we also have what's the guy's name? Josh. He's doing UK, the only natural Olympian. Not Olympian.
Josh is doing UK Arnold, yeah.
And I thought it was the Ohio, so I hit him up.
Yeah.
I was like, "Man, go kill it in Ohio." He was like, "No, it's the UK." I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
So that's cool though. Just the fact that he can do that. I guess because you still have to apply for the UK?
Yeah.
You get invited, but I know he was on one of our podcasts with us. We asked him. He said he was curious to know how you get entered into that show, how you can join the show. Usually you have to get invited, but since he emailed them asking, they were like, "Okay, we'll look into you and whatnot." I guess he just came off of a win, right? He just got qualified for the Ben Wieter. So they asked him out of the UK to do the Arnold.
Damn, man, I should have done that for the Ohio.
Yeah, I was telling you that too. I was like, yeah, go ahead,
It's too late now, but
yeah, next year maybe.
4 weeks.
Yeah, no,
Keep it in mind
Let's go.
for next year.
I could probably do something, but in 4 weeks, man, that'd be tough.
Hard to plead.
That would be.
Hard to plead.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be crazy though. to get up there, and they probably would accept me. Like, yeah, come on.
100%.
A vegan in the Arnold? Yeah, of course we'll have you.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to say one thing too. I did notice though a lot, man. Like Torre, you really put yourself on the map winning the Ben Weeders, because I see the vegan channels promoting like your physique. I see the natural league. Like you are right now. You're like the guy. You're the guy.
Yeah, you know. Then that's what happened when I went to this thing this weekend. Even one of the top coach over there, he was like, man, you're the man right now. He's like, if I were you, I would just push hard for the Olympia. And that kind of helped my decision, because I wasn't sure. I was kind of, even though I was talking to these guys earlier, and I love competing, Austin. I love it. Like, it's just fun to watch myself improve and get on stage and battle, you know, and it's fun. And so, but then when he pointed that out, he was like, you're the man. He's like,
yeah,
just go to the Olympia and do what you do. And I was like, you're right. I guess I don't need to go out there. I have nothing else to prove now. Just go to Olympia.
Your name's already, like, you're out there. Your name is going to be set in stone as a legacy of who did it at their age as a vegan in the natural league. You set the bar. Like, you're there.
And Ben said something to me. He was like, Torre, you're going to be and we talked about this. He said, you're going to be the oldest guy probably across the all divisions.
Damn.
Because he said, I'll be 52 when it comes for the show. And I know I'm the oldest in the men's physique, because the oldest person that did it last year was AJ.
Yep.
And AJ is 49.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And AJ talked to me. He was like, Torre, man, you're going to break my record, but I'm glad it's you. And I was like, no doubt, man, no doubt.
There you go. Look at that, man. That's insane. That's actually insane.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Jeez, man. Like, woo.
That's
Bro,
motivation.
not only are you going up against the big guys, you are one of the big guys now.
That, right.
That's the mindset you gotta have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I remember
Like,
I remember looking at him at the Pro-Am, and I was who was I with? My wife, but she sees me compete as a pro, and she was like, man, he's thick. He's got some muscle on him for natural men's physique. They were like, he's got a good upper body, and I was like, yeah, he's the real deal.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
man. I am really excited, but I'm like, damn, that's so far away. 9 months.
Nobody.
A whole baby could be born.
What's that?
A whole baby could be born.
Yeah.
224 days out for Olympia.
Bro, let me tell you, man. Yeah, it's like, wow. Got to make every day count.
As of late, are there any other naturals who are qualified?
Oh, I mean, of course, you know, classic.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
Okay. And but
Classic
in
is,
men's
what's
physique,
his name? I think he's
You
doing it,
talking
right?
about for the Olympia?
Yeah,
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic from Ben Weeders.
That dude, what's his name? Prosper or something like
Yeah.
that?
Prosper.
Yeah.
Prosper, yeah.
Mhm.
That dude is, man, that dude
He looks
is-
great. He looks great.
Yeah.
He just did a guest posing with the dude that got third or maybe fifth at the Olympia Classic, and he looked good with the pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
did.
hanging with them. Yeah, he was hanging with them. It was like 5, 6 of them. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
It wasn't like he was like, oh, what's that guy doing? He actually looked
Right.
good.
Exactly. And I like Nile. Nile is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So he was up there with Nile. I was like, oh snap. He looked good.
Yeah, I think honestly, and Adam, what do you think? I think classic physique natural is a really hot division, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be up and coming for sure.
It's gonna be probably bigger than men's.
I agree.
It blew me away, the Ben Weeder, just as much as men's physique did, which is crazy because like bodybuilding, I thought would be more quality, but the quality was in classic and
Yeah.
men's physique.
Yeah.
And there were just everyone that was in that overall for the classic physique pro card was just they should have been pro the next day. The conditioning, the routines, their routines were great. I love seeing that, where it's like these guys didn't just do the work, they did the homework afterwards and made it a bodybuilding show, you know. That was really cool. That classic physique, I was like, wow, I never thought I'd see in my lifetime as a coach what I just saw at the last Ben Weeder. It was crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited that because the Las Vegas show, like I was telling Tyler and the guys, I said we need to make Las Vegas that one, like how make it like the Ben Weeders, like the second to Ben Weeder, in the sense that like how the Arnold is, and then you have the Olympia.
Yeah.
Las Vegas needs to be like that.
You know
That's
what?
why I was gonna do that. Yeah, I was gonna like.
Hey,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, last year's Las Vegas show that you held, the quality of the athletes, I'd say next to the Ben Weeder was probably the best quality athletes on a natural pro stage that year.
We had the girl that won, she got 4th at my show, Meg, and she won the Ben Weeder bikini. I think
yo, her build is like, whoa.
Her glutes are insane.
Where did she get that from? Like,
I don't know, because I didn't really look at her because I was Brittany Rowland won the Las Vegas Pro-Am. She did the Ben Weeders, and I think she got 5th or 4th, and Meg beat her there. And they both, I think everybody that did the Pro-Am did the Ben Weeders and were like top 5.
Yeah. My client Mmbijjewe won a show like 4 weeks after, and then was at the Ben Weeder. Like your show was that stacked that like 3 other girls ended up winning other shows. Yeah, that was wild. Meg has insane glutes. One of my friends, Dylan, coaches her, and you know, me and Dylan grew up in Ohio together, coaching athletes, and then they moved to Arizona, I believe. And they picked up Meg. She just has absolutely insane glutes.
Insane genetics. Like, even her torso, she could almost look like she using, because she just has a lot of muscle.
It's almost like anime. It could almost be fake, you know?
Right.
And, you know, you held the first fit model natural ever that I know of. Yeah. So, you know, that was cool because my client Steph won it, and then she ended up going pro in an untested show in fit model. So that was really cool.
Oh, nice.
But I do know your fit model is going to be stacked this year. Like, I have a few really good competitors, but there's some other people that I'm like worried about because they're really good too. And I'm bringing a few really good athletes to that show. I think your show is going to be another hot year, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited. That's why I got to go and see Tyler do his thing too.
Yeah, it'd be good if you all came out, you know, meet all you guys that I haven't seen, Luke and Munene.
That's a good idea, guys. We should make it a trip.
Yeah, we'll do this live. We'll bring you into my studio here and podcast live.
I say this.
Cool. Yeah.
I say we get let's do a posing what do you call it, seminar for the natural section, and I say you guys want to host it, we'll definitely do a gym session, and then you get to do posing, and then go over the stuff with the pros, and then talk about, you know, all the stuff you guys know for your college. I think that would be awesome for you guys to get back, and then we could do it at Strength Culture too.
Yeah, what day would you want to do that? Like, because your show on Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday, May 9th.
Check-ins is on Friday.
Yeah, I mean,
so when would you want to do it? Because I'm all for it.
I'm down. I mean, Adam, what do you think? What would be a good day for clients to do that are doing the show to come in and do that?
Honestly, it might be cool if we did pre or post check-ins, because there might be family around and bodybuilders around, maybe doing it near the venue or part of that ballroom, potentially, and then maybe do a post workout or something like that.
Okay, let me look at the dates, Torre.
Yeah, let me know.
I might put out like a little story and just say, hey, what date do you think would be good for you guys? and then see what the fans and the athletes want. But I definitely think with you guys having such a good, following and being big aspirations in the sport, you guys should definitely. I definitely a lot of people would come out and go to that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it's just a good way to get back to.
Oh heck yeah, I'm all for that.
Okay, for sure.
Let me know, but I actually have to head out, guys. I got a client early in the morning.
Oh yes.
But
Yeah, I better
keep me
head
posted on
out
that.
too.
I'll plan my ticket out now to be there for May anyway.
Okay, and that's my daughter. I'll try to get some sponsors. I have a good men's physique sponsor, and if we can, I'll try to get you guys credited for some money to come out, so you can get some help with that.
Oh, appreciate it, man. No problem. Appreciate that.
I just gotta let him know and get him on board so he could talk to you guys too. So, for sure.
All right.
But yeah, let's do this again, you guys. I mean, whenever you guys want to do it.
Sounds good to me.
Tyler, send us out.
a heads up.
Yeah.
Let me know. We got the group chat going already, so we'll just go from there.
Okay.
Thanks
Sounds
for
good.
putting this together, guys.
I appreciate it too.
Likewise.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure meeting you all.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I'll talk to you guys.
We'll talk
Right.
soon, man.
See you
Much
guys.
love, fellas.
All right.
Be safe out there, guys.
Bye.
See you later.